Is the world going bipolar? The US has been the world's most powerful nation for the longest time, but with breaking news of DeepSeek AI and Chinese manufacturers disrupting the global EV market, one might argue that China is playing a big role in the New World Order. In this video, I will be breaking down 4 things that geopolitical titans are competing for. First thing in line would definitely be technological leadership. When it comes to China and the US, I would say they're going toe to toe. In the field of artificial intelligence, OpenAI's GPT-4 model has seen significant success, reaching 300 million weekly users and 1 billion daily messages at its peak. However, when it comes to DeepSeek, their R1 reasoning model is performing on the same benchmark as OpenAI's O1 model, but at a fraction of the price. I would have to give this one up for China. When it comes to digital platforms, software created in the West just seem to have a much more global reaching dynamic, while Chinese applications are mainly targeted towards Mandarin speaking Chinese users. Let's rattle off some stats. Google, 4.3 billion monthly users. Baidu, 676 million monthly users. Instagram, 2 billion monthly users. TikTok, 1.6 billion monthly users. WhatsApp, 2 billion monthly users. WeChat, 1.3 billion monthly users. But remember, Chinese digital platforms are often labeled as super apps, meaning they handle many services with just one application. At any rate, I would have to give the app scrap to the US and the West. As you can see, the competition in the technological realm between the East and the West is quite a toss-up. Let's move on to the next showdown. When it comes to defense and strategic dominance, it's a blowout, not even a comparison. Even though the People's Liberation Army has the world's largest military force, with around 2 million active duty personnel, the US invests more funds into its military infrastructure. In 2023, the US allocated 3.4% of its GDP, or $916 billion, to military expenditure. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, China invested around $296 billion in the same year, or 1.7% of its GDP. When it comes to its nuclear arsenal, the US maintains a significantly larger stockpile, with approximately 4,500 strategic warheads in its active inventory. In comparison, China is currently estimated to have around 410 warheads, but this figure is rapidly expanding as China seeks to catch up with military advancements, including naval and air capabilities. Let's move on to the next topic. When it comes to trade, this is where China really shines. Even though the US maintains a higher nominal GDP compared to China, China's GDP growth rate has been consistently higher, leading to projections that it might surpass the US in the near future. The US initiated the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. However, China's Belt and Road Initiative might potentially boost global GDP up to 7.1 trillion by 2040 and reduce trade costs by 2.2%. While the US is a leading exporter of agricultural goods, China dominates the global textile industry with its extensive manufacturing infrastructure. China produces a significant share of the world's electronics, while the US focuses on high-end electronics. But when it comes to automotives, let's make a case for the Chinese EV market. In 2024, China's share of the global EV market rose up to 76%. The country accounted for 62% of global EV production in 2022, and the rapid growth of Chinese EV manufacturers intensified the competition for Tesla. In 2024, Tesla experienced its first annual sales decline since its inception. Can this surge of Chinese GDP be reinvested in the military and armed forces to equalize that of the US? Let's move on to the next topic. When it comes to achieving global influence, we can observe that the US and China have differing approaches. The US maintains its geopolitical influence through military alliances, with its hub and spoke system serving as a cornerstone for its strategy in the Indo-Pacific region. China primarily expands its global influence through economic initiatives, with the Belt and Road Initiative being a key pillar of its strategy. What does this mean for Thailand and ASEAN? Thailand's automotive sector could benefit from the Chinese EV boom, as companies like BYD and GWM are expanding production to the region. making Thailand an EV export hub for Southeast Asia. If US companies shift production and manufacturing away from China, ASEAN countries could benefit from the supply chain diversification, leading to a greater foreign direct investment in ASEAN countries. China and the US have opposing interests, but ASEAN could benefit from extracting better trade, investment, and security agreements if we play our hands right. To compete globally, Thai youth can prepare by gravitating towards studies in STEM, and online courses nowadays are very affordable. ASEAN, and especially Thailand's geographical position, is prime for logistics, so studies in supply chain management could be very useful as well. It can pay dividends to speak multiple languages and have experience in interacting with people from diverse backgrounds. English and Mandarin is still the top pick if you're getting into language studies. Stay woke, folks. I'm Gan Tanakan, and thank you for watching the show. สวัสดีครับ